What's going on YouTube? Ferocity here. I hope you guys are doing well. That opening clip was from the Black Ops 6 subreddit posted by the user Swaist2000. And I think it perfectly exemplifies the hit detection issue that is going on with Black Ops 6. There is a clear inconsistency with time to kill, and I think it can be directly attributed to these dog water servers that Activision is running this game on. Ever since Modern Warfare 2019, it feels that the overall server performance and consistency has slowly deteriorated. Consistent packet bursts, which we've already talked about, but also hit detection becoming worse and worse over that time. This game has X-Defiant launch levels of bad netcode and hit detection, and yet you'll still have people defending this game tooth and nail. The same people that left X-Defiant because of bad netcode will defend this game forever and ever and ever because it has Call of Duty attached to it. At some point, you have to gain some self-respect and realize this isn't good enough. The same way that the netcode for X-Defiant wasn't good enough. There needs to be more consistency here, and the way that we make our voices heard is with our wallets. We've got to stop supporting this nonsense. And if you're somebody that went out and bought the Vault Edition, I really hope those skins were worth all of the packet bursts you deal with, all of the terrible skill-based matchmaking tactics you deal with, and in addition to that, this god-awful netcode. I hope it's all worth it, just so you can run around looking like some zombie. Cool, man, you never get to see it. It's only me that has to put up with it. But good on you for spending an extra $20. And honestly, I shouldn't care what other people spend their money on. It should be their prerogative to do what they want with their money. But what's disappointing here is that Activision has been leveraging that to provide a worse experience as a result. They look at all the money they're bringing in from this community and they say, well, let's see how much slop they're willing to eat. Let's see how bad we can degrade the overall experience to the point now where you have clips like that surfacing. And I get it, you're going to have bad clips here and there. You're going to have inconsistencies here and there. It's an online video game. Crazy things happen. It's Call of Duty after all. We've lived through some of the craziest, most overpowered scenarios ever. But it's the fact that it's consistently happening on this game, and it's extremely noticeable. The fact is that this was not the experience people had during the beta. At all. The connection experience was much better. Even during the first couple days, I talked about it earlier on this channel. There wasn't packet burst. There wasn't this bad of a connection. And you can't say it's because there's more players now. They just boasted about how big of a launch this was. And for some reason, they cannot maintain the servers with less players playing, but the servers were better when more players were playing. Give me a break. Now, part of this I'm going to say is due to the fact that this game is always online. It's the first Call of Duty that you need to be online to play the campaign, need to be online to play the zombies. It's absolutely a joke. Why they did this, I don't know, but it weighs down their servers even more. And these servers are already bad enough. Now they're even worse because you have more players that are bogging the system down because everything needs to be online. Leads to more packet bursts, leads to these types of inconsistencies, and leads to the game overall feeling like it's incomplete. And some people will blame Treyarch for this, and maybe they do have a hand in it, considering the fact that the development team for X-Defiant is the one that is working on the netcode to improve that game, not so much Ubisoft. So maybe Treyarch does deserve some blame here. Maybe they need to do a little bit better. But I think this all comes back to Activision and this god-awful engine that they've been working on since Modern Warfare 2019. This packet burst problem wasn't an issue prior to this. Their constant breaking of the game with updates wasn't a problem before this. Hit detection felt more responsive before this engine. Even during the days of Black Ops Cold War that didn't work off of that engine, it was a better experience. But ever since they've solely used this engine, dating back to Call of Duty Vanguard, the packet burst problem, massive issue. The connection, massive issue. The hit detection, massive issue. And it's only gotten worse since then. And it's just dumbfounding that nobody over at Activision seems to want to rectify this problem, wants to right the ship. Instead, they want to put the blinders on and pretend that everything is fine, that it doesn't matter. Screw this community and screw you. Spend money in our store. And that's kind of how the whole experience feels, right? Everything is about trying to get you to spend more money on the game, which is fine. That can be the objective of a game. but it also needs to be inherently well designed, polished, and not have these glaring issues. Desync is just unacceptable. And this isn't the first game that's had it, right? X-Defiant, we've talked about. Halo Infinite had massive desync issues when it released. And yet, 343, for the first month or so, didn't really seem to care or acknowledge it. And this is how you fundamentally ruin your games, is you turn your community against you. So many people want to be excited for Black Ops 6. So many people want to be on the side of Treyarch here. We want to believe in this team. We want to believe in this game. And they give us so many reasons as to why we shouldn't believe in them, why we shouldn't trust them, why we shouldn't support them, because they just continue to fumble it. It's almost like that guy on the Thursday Nighter last night who ran all the way to the end zone and fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line because he didn't want to go all the way in and get the touchdown. That's what Black Ops 6 feels like. There's so much good here that it should be a home run game. It should be an easy touchdown, a walk-in. No one touches you. But instead, they're fumbling at the one because they're lacking the core competencies of releasing an online game. An online game that has every aspect of it online now. And they can't deliver it cohesively. They can't deliver it with polish and with any type of consistency. And it leads this community astray. It leads them to not want to play your game, to not want to try things out, to not want to trust you or work with you. There was a patch that released today. People were wondering if they'd acknowledge the servers, the hit detection, anything like that. But of course they didn't. Because in their mind, they don't think they're doing anything wrong. Everything is working as intended. And that's the problem. Doesn't matter how much we complain. It doesn't matter how much we bring this up. I don't really see necessary change taking place. I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping that things get better. But it's very clear that the experience I had a week ago to today is vastly different. And that is by design. Not sure why they want to do it, but somebody over Activision thinks it's a smart idea to degrade the overall experience of their players. Make hit detection more inconsistent. Make the overall experience inconsistent. But yeah, that's all I really have to say on this topic. I cannot believe that this is yet again a conversation from a company that used to nail this aspect of their games. Hit detection used to be one of the gold standards that Call of Duty held itself to. And they've just deteriorated from there. They've just completely ruined that side of their formula. And it's mind-blowing, if I'm going to be completely honest. But that's it for the video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Do you think the hit detection is really bad? Do you think it's desync? Whatever it might be, leave a comment down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.